Hello everyone, this is Sanjay and this is part 3 of SQL Basic. So in the last session, I have told you about except keyword, and one of my friend or one of my viewer, Riaz, has informed me that this except keyword is not present in another databases in which he has worked on. So yeah, I forgot to tell you about this, that this is except keyword is basically very specific to SQL Server. In another databases, you will also find a similar functionality. Like in Oracle, we have minus instead of except keyword. So please keep this thing in your mind. Otherwise, the other concepts like union and union all are common in other databases as well, right? So I just wanted to highlight this except part. So let's discuss about not in and not like operator. In the earlier session, we have discussed about in and like operator, but not in, I forgot to explain you about. So let's see this in action. Okay, let's see this query first, what this query is doing. Let's say I have a student table, and in this student table, I have a record of multiple classes. Like I have record of multiple students belonging to different classes from 3 to 7, 5, and 11, 12. And I am only interested in seeing the record of a student of class 11th and 12th, right? So let's see what is the syntax for that. This is a very common syntax. Let's start from table in. Then you have to filter out your records. So we have to give where condition. Then the column on the basis of which you want to filter out. Then in operator you have to give. Then inside the parenthesis you have to give the value for which you want to filter out the records. Okay. After that I have given order by clause. This is optional if you want to sort out your output. Okay. Let's run this query and see it in action. Okay, so you can see the output now that we have received record of only student who belong to class 11th or class 12th, right? And let's say I want to reverse this thing now. I do not want the record of student of class 11th and 12th. Then we just have to add one not keyword over here, right? And the query is very similar. It's just in place of in, I'm writing not in. Let's run this query and check the output. See, now I got the output of second class, third class, fourth, fifth, and seventh class, right? So similarly, we have not like operator. So let's say I have one requirement. I want to print out name of all of those students whose name start with R, right? And the syntax for that is we have to give our filter condition there where first name, I'm checking only for the first name, where first name is like and which starts from R, and after that there can be multiple words. So multiple words can be represented by percentile symbol, right? So let me run this query and check the output. See, now I got the name of all of those students whose name starts with R, right? Now I want to reverse this behavior. Then I just have to replace like with not like. And now in this case, I will get all those students whose name does not starts with R letter. Now see the output. We have not received any of the records where the name starts from R letter, right? Okay, I have already discussed about not null and is null operator, but if we are discussing or not in and not like operator, let's discuss about not null operator as well. In my table, I have one record where the last name is null, right? This Gaurav is having his last name as null. Okay, let's say I want to print only those record where last name is null. Then what will be the query for that? The query will be very simple. We have to give one filter condition where L name is null, right? Let's run this query and I should receive only one single record of Gaurav, right? I got this record. Now let's again check how many record do we have. We have 23 record. If I want to reverse this previous condition, that what I have to do is just replace the null with not null keyword, right? And now I should receive almost 22 row because I'm subtracting one Gaurav record from over here, and let's see the output. Now I got 22 rows, see, and there are no records having their L name as null, right? Let's discuss further about coalesce. We have discussed this also in the earlier session, but again, let's discuss about some other options which I forgot to inform you about. Again, let's check. For this, I have created another table students one, where I have deliberately inserted some null value in first name and in last name as well, right? So these are the two records which I have deliberately inserted in order to show you the functionality of collage function, right? So let's see the first example. In first example, what we are trying to do is we are printing 3 columns, and after that we are having one column which is kind of a derived column, and the name of that column is name. And what is the logic for that column is we are checking if the last name of any of the student is null, then print it as NA. Rather than printing it as null, we should print it as NA, right? So let's run this query first and see. Okay. See, now we were having last name as null for this particular person having ID as 43. And if you can see, his name got printed as NA because we have specifically mentioned this thing. If L name is null, then print it as NA. Now let's come to the actual definition of collage. The actual definition of collage is it will print the first not nullable value inside this parenthesis. If you can see in this example, line number 20, I have given first name, last name, and then I have given some hard-coded string. So let's try to understand the meaning of this particular line. Okay, so what will happen now? This time it will check for first name. If there is any null value in first name, then it will check its corresponding L name value. If L name value is also null, then finally it will print out this particular string. So this particular string is behaving like a default value, right? Let's run this and see it in action. Okay, see, now what is happening? It is checking if first name is null. So let's talk about this 42th ID. Yes, the first name of this person is null. Then it will check about if last name is also null. So it will see that no, last name is not null. Then it will print that particular value, right? Now let's talk about 43th record where the ID is 43. It will check first if the first name is null. Yes, first name is null. Okay, then it will check if last name is also null. It will say, okay, last name is also null, then print out the default value. So similarly, we have received the default value for ID equals to 43, right? Okay, now let's see these two query. These two query will make you understand the definition of collage. Let's run this query and let's see what will be the output, right? So as I've already told you that collage will print first not nullable value. So how this one got printed out? First of all, it will check this value. I have hard coded it as null. Then it will check for another value. If it is not nullable, it will see that second value is also null. Again, for third value is also null, and then it will find out that okay, the fourth value is not nullable column, then it will print that particular value. Similarly, this let's see this example. Here it will check if the first value is null, right? This is null. Then it will go for the second value. It will check if the second value is again null. It will see that okay, the second value is not null. Then it will directly print it. The control will not reach to third or fourth value, right? So that's why the Sanjay got printed out. Now let's talk about the most popular concept of joins in DBMS. And for this, I have created one table for you. We already have students, right? So, but in student table, if you check, we do not have any location of the student. Okay. So what I have done is, in order to show you the example for join, I have created one table as LOC, which stores the location for students, right? And how we are identifying the student here with their ID. Okay. Okay, let's discuss about what is inner join. So what will happen in inner join is it will try to join records of two tables on the basis of some common column. And if it finds some match, then it will print out those records. If it does not found any match, then it will not print those particular records. See, let's try to run this query and let's check the output. Okay, before that, what does star means here? That what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to print all of the column from student, and I'm trying to print all of the column from LOC table as well. And this S and L are nothing but alias for these two tables. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to match ID column of a student with ID column of LOC table. Okay, let's run it and see. I have received 6 column of student table. These first 6 column are from student table, and the last 2 columns belongs to LOC table, right? And if you can check over here that these ID are perfectly matching, that means inner join will give you the matching rows only, right? So what about non-matching rows? If I want to get printed them as well, then we have an option of left join, right join, or full outer join, right? You can say them left join or left outer join, no issue. Right join, right outer join, full join or full outer join, right? So let's see this thing also in action. Acha, before that, I want to show you one more thing. Here I can see in the result that we have two columns with the same name. This column is also having a name as ID, and this column is also having a name as ID. And why these both are getting printed and no error is coming in? Because we have mentioned star over here. If I will write only ID over here, then I will receive an error saying that this ID column is ambiguous, right? So now my database is not able to find out that this ID should come from student or it should come from LOC, because both of these tables are having ID column, right? So in this case, you will have to give alias name. Let's say you want to get printed the ID of student only, then you can write it like this as dot ID. And even if you want ID column from LOC, then you can give L dot ID. Again, S stands for student alias and L stands for LOC alias. If you will run it, now you will get the output, right? Now let's talk about non-matching values, right? So non-matching values we can find out with the help of left join. What left join will do is, whatever table we have in left join, every record of that table will get printed out, irrespective of the fact if we are receiving any matching rows or not. Okay, let's run it and see. Okay, so we have around how many records in the student table? First cross check this thing. We have 23 row. Now let's again run this query and see we have received 23 row. So every time we want to receive every record of left hand side table, right? And wherever there is no match, you can see over here that the null is getting printed for right hand side table, right? Because there is no match in right hand side table for that particular IDs, right? So let's check about right outer join. So if you want the reverse output of this previous query, then you have to use right outer join, right? Right outer join means whatever records we have in right hand side table, all of those records will get printed irrespective of the fact if we have any matching value in the left hand side table or not. Okay, so see the output. Every record of right hand side table is getting printed, and if we are not having any matching record in left hand side table, then for all of those columns we are getting none as the output, right? Now let's say I have a requirement. I want every record from students also and LOC also, and I don't care about if we are getting some match or we are not getting any match, right? So in that case, you can just give full outer join and you will be able to receive record from both of the table, right? See, these are the matching rows where you can see the value for all of the column, and these are not matching rows basically. And here we have a record in left hand side table, but we do not have record in right hand side table. And similarly, in contrary to that, here in the last record, we have record from right hand side table, but we do not have record from left hand side table. Okay, guys, so in the end, I have one question for you. This is kind of a confusing question, and I want you to give me the answer for this question. Okay, so I have two tables, one is table A and another one is table B. So let's see how many records do we have in these tables. Okay, so in table A, I have one single column, which is ID column, and I have two records in it, and both of them is having one as their value. In table B also, I have same column with name as ID, and I have three records, and all of the three records are having their value as one. So you need to give me the output of these all four query, where what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find out the count of joins between table A and table B, and I'm having multiple type of joins here: inner join, left outer join, right outer join, and full join, right? Full outer join. So I want to find out what will be the count of each of these joins. You can take screenshot of it, and if you feel any confusion, we can discuss this in another session. Just let me know in the comment section and we will continue from here only.